You don't hear me. There we go. Do you hear me? Everybody hear me? Good morning. Good morning. I forgot I was gonna literally go live with the sound muted because I had the heater on, and I was trying to get as much as possible. You should be able to hear me now. Should be able to hear me now. Let me know. Everything's good? Okay, perfect. I do have a normal latency, so it's going to take a while for me to respond to a comment that comes in, like say now. It'll take me a while for it to come in, or for me to respond. I should have taken those lip reading courses. There we go. Yes, we can hear you now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I just have one thing to do really quick when it comes to work. How's everybody doing today? I bought 200 more shares of AMC after JB interview. Yeah, I mean, I would continue to buy more shares of AMC, which I am going to continue. As long as I have money in there, it makes sense with it getting this low. So whenever that point comes to where it skyrockets, we'll all be in it with a ton of shares and ready to go. What am I doing here? Good morning, Cage. Good morning, Ghost Soldier. It's sunny here. Pretty sunny here. It's a beautiful day. Pretty beautiful. Can't complain. Hey, it doesn't matter what the weather is outside as long as you woke up in the morning. I mean, that's what matters, right? Especially on a day. I was looking at GLSI and the way that's moving, 32% today, up to $66. The Discord group actually called this out. Someone in the Discord group actually called this out, and it looks really good. So I'm actually going to let the Discord group know, which I should have let them know that I was live. Let's see. Whoops. Let's click on this. Perfect. Let's see. Top of the morning. Yes, we have 77 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Continue to do so. I think we got some pretty decent movement this morning. It's not like crazy movement, but we are seeing some pretty decent movement, especially in certain areas. I was looking at some top gainers. I'm seeing Fubo TV actually make a pretty decent move. I'm up $30 on Fubo TV. Looking for them to push up a little bit more to make their move. I typically see them. I don't know what's going on with Regal. Load, man, load. There we go. I see them pulling up and making that move, making that bounce. They are hitting these lower lows, so it's very tough to be able to see that because it creates a new low as it goes down, creates that new low. So I expect it to pop up. This should have been more of an increase here, but it wasn't. You know, to $24, that wasn't really a high increase. I do expect it to jump up to, you know, halfway in between 20 and 30, so maybe $25 or so. Any insights on SOS? SOS just decreased from the large gain that it had. A lot of the interest went away. I know we had a ton of volume yesterday, a ton of volume the day before, but a lot of the interest went away and people went back to certain areas or put that money into other areas after they gained quite a bit. So it went from $4 and 50 cents, or $4 actually lower than that, $4.22, all the way up to a high of $6.49. I wanted to sell somewhere around $7.50. So I'm looking for that push up as well for SOS. It does have the capability of jumping up. I don't see any of these retest points because it's not that it's just creating newer lows, because you can see that this was a new low that it created to where it pretty much bounced off of that low multiple times. So you can see that jump up here up to about $8, and that's where I'm looking for that. I believe that's somewhere around $7.50, like I said. So if I sell at $7.50, that will be a $600 gain. If I sell at $8.50, then obviously it's a $900 gain, or close to $1,000. So I'm all for that, but we need to see how this goes. We're up 1.7% as of today. The CEO of AMC wants to talk with Trey. Well, that's good. That's really good. I'll be into that. And it seemed like people liked my reaction video with JB. I only did a portion of it. I wanted to pick out like one of the most important pieces that I seen. Yeah, so I picked that out, and it was pretty good. Really good. GLSI, Lance, yeah, it's moving. I should have taken your advice yesterday. Talking about this, did I check this out? And I should have checked it out because it is making a move. I just thought maybe it was like, leveling out, but where it's making its move in the pre-market, that's huge. I don't know if we'll see anything, fall off at the end of the pre-market. I hope not. But it's definitely making a huge move today at 31% up. And it wasn't something that was just like, oh, this increased like a crazy amount from this moment down here all the way up to $70. That's not the case. It's actually just increasing, rapidly over a number of days. So it's looking pretty good. Looks like it holds strength right here, and you're seeing it make that pop. So that's huge. When did you get into, Greenwich Life Sciences? Good morning, 1977, LWA. What's up, Jack Harris? Saber, good morning. Finally made it to the stream within 5-ish minutes. I've never had a single notification from YouTube, so I've been refreshing the homepage occasionally around the time you stream. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wish I had a better way of letting everyone know. If you want to join the Discord group, please do so. Wish I had a cheaper option over there. And I don't know if being a member changes that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I don't know why. I'm going to start doing more reaction videos over on my Perry Experience channel. So if you guys want to check that out and subscribe over there, please do that. I'm going to do different reactions on a lot of different things, just because I would like to bring the podcast back, but Erica doesn't have time to do it. So hopefully we can do that. But I love the podcast. Maybe I can do the podcast with Erica a couple of times, do it with my brother a couple of times, or other people that come over here. It'll be fun. Last time they gave news like this, it went from $5 to $150. Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge jump. And that was back in December. So that wasn't too long ago. That's very interesting. When did you get in again? Did I ask you? Or did you tell me when you got in? Oh, you got in at $48.80. Okay, so that's good. You got in at $48.80. Right now you're sitting at a pretty decent gain. Did you buy a number of shares? Was it just like 5 or 10, or did you buy a crazy amount of shares? Because obviously you can say that these are going to push up that far, but you can never 100% be sure. So yeah, $48.80. Why is ZOM so low? I buy more and more. Yeah, ZOM is tricky. ZOM still has to get through the pull down because of the news break. and we're starting to get into territory to where people are backing the position a lot more. So we're seeing a lot of movement, but it's still pushing down. We could see these large green candlesticks that are pushing the stock price up, but then the next day it's just pushing it back down, close to half of where it was. And yesterday wasn't really bad. It was up 7%, so we were good. So we didn't see that drop down all the way back down to the lowest low there, but we did see it make a little bit of a move up, all the way up to a high of $1.36 or so. But what we're seeing with ZOM is that I lost my train of thought. What we're seeing with ZOM though is that it's moving at a different rate. It used to move slowly, really staying between the same price for a long period of time, and now you're seeing it actually fluctuate and move, more than just a cent every hour, So that's a good thing that we're seeing it. You bought 140 shares. Wow, that's good. Have you heard anyone get calls about their AMC stocks from 800 number? No, I haven't heard that. Where did you hear that at, Ricky? Did I ever go hiking? No, I don't go hiking like ever. We have 232 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm gonna add my Discord group to the description or to the chat. Go, let's pin that. I got paid today and I got the okay to buy more GME from my wife last night. That's pretty good. It's awesome. Adam Aaron interview with Trey. I'm stoked. When is that supposed to be? I didn't hear any news there. ONCY is a good buy. They have big news this weekend. I did see you mention that in the Discord group as well. It has been making pretty decent moves over the last couple of days. You can see that large increase, and then even here, seeing that hit a lowish low and then start to make that move up from $3.50 up to $4 and 48. Sorry, $4.83. What, dyslexic, I guess. So right now in the pre-market, they're up 1%. Yesterday they were up 6%. You can see that they are making moves regardless. They're making moves on whatever rumors they have for that news. So that's good to know. You know what? I'll create a good move. We still have to figure out Carl's calls. I didn't even realize that this week. Carl reminded me. So we still have to figure out Carl's calls. Let me edit my watch list. Let me add a watch list. And let me go with the Discord. Jesus. So yeah, let me just do that, and we're gonna add some symbols to these. We're gonna add some of these. GI. We're gonna add some every time. We're gonna add some, and we're gonna look at those, and we could use those as if you're looking at that long term, or you're looking at that as a swing trade, and we can go from there. Check DMs on Instagram. Sure, why not? I need to post more on these social media platforms. Let's see. Regarding the content back to the live streams tomorrow. No, that's not it. 13 hours ago. That was a while ago. Also, wait, JB can't talk directly about stocks or SEC will ruin him. I tweeted him late last night. Oh, so that's the reason why he was more towards focused on the market, is that instead of everything, instead of saying like, oh well, you know, this stock will increase, he can't talk about that. Okay, I understand. Trades, I would be delighted to engage with you and your subscribers, since you have so many of them. Holders. After all, our shareholders are the owners of our company, which means, of course, I work for you all. CEO, AMC Entertainment. Yeah, I mean, this is where I would love to see that interview. I would love to react to that interview as well, see what his thoughts are. And someone brought up a great point on my video, on my reaction video to the interview of JB. They said that you should get like a body language expert to, you know, look at all their body language, and I think that's a great idea. If I could find a way to reach out to one of these body language experts, I've seen a number of them on YouTube. I just want to get the best one. Then we can go ahead and do that, and we'll be able to see, you know, or at least understand what they're thinking, what they may be doing with their body language. It'll be interesting. SOS going green today. Let's see. SOS is green. Yes, it's 2% up. We are seeing it at 540. My cost basis is 550. I want to see a lot of things turn green today. I need to see ZOM make a huge jump because I want, you know, obviously a lot of people to, you know, have faith in this position. So I want to see it make a huge jump, but it's not. So I actually seen a recent video. Well, it's not related to stocks, but I've seen a recent video by Meet Kevin. I don't know if you've seen his setup, like his $200,000 setup here. It's absolutely crazy. It's phenomenal. I love it so much. And I look at all of the different tech that is there. And I see, you know, it's different monitors, his laptops, his iPads, all that stuff, and he gets it done, like all of his things uploaded really quick. And that's what I like to do, is get mine uploaded really quick. I've been changing from doing something that has more cuts to less cuts, really no cuts at all, really. So I said really twice. Don't know why I said that. But yeah, it has no cuts at all. So hopefully that's what I can get to. I just hooked up my Sony A6100 to my computer via cam link, so hopefully that looks like a better picture. This is still my webcam. I can actually go to my Sony AS400 or AS100. Would like to have an AS400, but I have an AS100. Trey is going to have Aaron. This could be the catalyst we need. Yeah, I just hope that it's more positive news and it's not, because what I'm thinking they're going to say, any company can basically say, oh, well, you know what, I'm thinking that we push this for the long term, and kind of try and sell people on the dilution rather than anything. So hopefully that's not the case. I really want to watch that and be able to react to that interview. And I think it's going to be good. So while it's actually happening, I would love to be able to react. The last time he uploaded an interview, it was 11 o'clock. I could only watch, for him, it was probably, what, like 8 or 9? But for me, it was 11 o'clock. So I can only watch like 15 minutes. But luckily, within that 15 minutes, it really showed how the interview was going to go. There's a GoFundMe to put a billboard next to Citadel. What? AMC going to jump with that Trey interview. Yeah, yeah, it definitely will create a lot of hype, and you'll also see news sources talking about it as well. Because if you know, um, DFV is the person that's pushing GameStop, it seems that Trey is going to be that person that really gets everybody together for AMC. He's 100% going to sell us on the 500 million share dilution. Yeah, I would agree there that he's going to try and do that. But there's going to be a lot of people fighting back in the comments. It's not going to be a live interview. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something where it's filmed. He's going to pretty it up a little bit and go from there. I'm on Trade's Discord. We're going to help him on how to direct the interview. He's smart, but we're all learning. Yeah, 100%. I think with the JB interview, and I said that in my reaction videos, that he could have been a little more forward, but obviously you want to be as respectful as possible. So you want to do it tastefully. So if you're in his Discord group, I wouldn't say that you pressure him into pushing all of the buttons, because that's not where you want to be. You want to create those connections and understand that if he is supporting AMC, he's going to be supporting AMC for a while now. I don't want to see him get on anybody's bad side, but I also do want to see him ask the right questions, right? So you're right. There has to be a blend between more difficult questions and also some ones that seem like layups, right? And just an overall conversation. I like interviews that seem like a conversation rather than just question answer, question answer. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for the super chat, Russell. I appreciate that a lot. That means the world to me. 500 million. The yes vote for me. Let AMC retain ownership so the merger can come into play. If that's the thing, if he sells us on the share dilution and says that there's a merger that's coming in place that's going to actually happen soon, then that's more of a reason to actually vote yes there. But if it's not going to be the case, then we don't want to vote yes, because you obviously don't want that to decrease the stock price. We want it to continue to increase. It's not the right time to offer more shares. Like for GME, and I understand people are saying that that's not the right time to offer anything, but for GME, you can offer a couple million shares at the price that it's at, because the price is kind of unsustainable for GME. They're not going to stay there forever, but AMC hasn't really hit that yet. So yeah, I think GME can continue to increase, and that will kind of hinder their growth a little bit, but it's not going to be a crazy amount that it will drop it, because for AMC, where it's at $9, if you introduce millions of shares, it drops the price quite a bit, because we're only at $9 here. But if it jumped up to $100, it would be a different story. If Aaron agrees to a live interview, then he is a real ape. Yeah, it's just I know the only person I could see that could do like real live interviews is Meet Kevin, just because it makes it very simple to be able to do. For a lot of other people, it's more of a recording. You record it and then you go through the whole entire thing, because a lot of people have issues with their connection, stuff like that, and I even seen Meet Kevin go through that, and then he fixed everything. His setup is ridiculous. If he can't do a live interview, then no one can. So I could tell you that I wouldn't like it to be live. I would like it to be obviously live is kind of a distraction for a lot of people, because the chat is up and you start seeing the questions that are coming in, and it gets to be hectic. So for him, if he was going to do it live, I would do it live, but only do a members only chat, just so that people ask the real questions that are members. And he doesn't have YouTube memberships. Somebody go and tell him just to get YouTube memberships. Just make it 99 cents like I did. It's not even that much, and you'll be good. Subtle plug there. If you want to join my YouTube membership, click that join link below. It's only 99 cents. It doesn't cost that much to be a YouTube member. Your comments usually stand out a lot more. So you should reach out to him. Viewers is not wrong, so it's A slight fact, obviously. Yeah, I mean, you get used to it. So I can't say that I'm the best interviewer either, right? I've yet to interview anybody on, well, I've yet to interview um, another YouTuber or a person that actually has like a little bit of a following. Like I've interviewed some people, and I would like to be able to interview more over on the Perry Experience channel once that does end up, taking off, I guess. Hey Preston, thanks for dropping an Emmy emoji. Emmy with the sunglasses. She's pretty cool. Good morning. Good morning. Instagram. What's going on with Instagram? Wow. Send the following. Send me a follow. I've been your feed for time. Okay. Sales. Here's a search. I'm in sales. And his at first, I thought he was taking a crap on it, but valuation I got what he was saying. Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I don't want to answer things that are on Instagram over here because I'm not typing anything right now. But yeah, sure. I hit you with a follow. We need AMC above $10.50. We do. We need them above $15. That's where they need to be. They should have been above $15 a while ago. This large increase that we've seen here. Oh, sorry, that's Zom. I was going to say it looks similar, but Zom is making a pretty decent move there. I would like to see them make a better move right now. They're down 3%. So that sucks. Where's AMC? There it is. So yeah, this move right here, as we've seen it jump up to $14.87, and then jump up again, it should have continued on the way up. But all of this, down market, scarcity, manipulation, all of that stuff is ridiculous that they would continue to do that. GME, I don't think you've been seeing that too much. You have seen it decrease from those highs that it has created. But either way, I mean, it's still at a good spot to where people are comfortable where they are. Getting at 200, people are pretty comfortable. Obviously, you want it to increase more, but people are pretty comfortable where it is. I hold GME at 2 shares at 250. Yeah, we have 420 viewers. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to like the video. We should have 420 likes. No, we should have about 200 likes. So get it to 200. That'll be amazing. Then we're going to see some crazy action today. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Mecha saying, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot. Box Parade. Naked as a bull trap. It will crash at the open. Yeah, I've seen somebody say something about what Naked was doing. I didn't see. They only really moved like 10 cents, which 10 cents was a lot for a while. They're up 16%. And it's just crazy to see that they had any type of increase, because the way that they move, they had nothing. It wasn't a higher high that they were creating. Like it was lower lows. It was stair stepping on the way down, lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, and it just wasn't looking great. And now we're starting to see it push up. If we can see this break past one of these retest points, that definitely shows an indication, more of an indication of an uptrend. So I'm definitely all for it. But Naked brand was, it's not on my list. It's never, well, it was on my list previously, but seeing how it moved after this drop, it did increase. People got excited, but then it just continued to decrease. So as it continues to decrease, it doesn't hurt to throw something in there when it hits its low of whatever. It could be 57 cents, it could be 50 cents, but yeah. Did I say your name right? Mecha saying? Perfect. Perfect. I don't normally say people's names right, so that's good. Thank you for becoming a member. Cost is not moving. Do you know why? Um, for costs, it's merely just we need volume at the right times. So costs is not going to make a crazy move. Like it's not going to be like, oh, jump, and continue to move on the way up. It's just going to push up and then come back down. This is more of a not a pump and dump, but more of a push and let it stay steady. People start selling off and then it ends up falling, and you're going to see those pushes in a day. We've seen a number of days to where it does push up to $26, $25 or so, and we're going to see those days coming again because it is still a shorted position. And with any volume that we see come in here, any max volume that we see come in here, does push up this position. So as you know, I've gained, well, it should have been more than that, but right now I'm down. Let's talk about unrealized gain right now. So unrealized gain for cost of $407. It was at like $600. And I was looking for that to push up to $27, but I sold at 26, I believe, the last time. And now I'm back in it looking for it to push to about 25, maybe $26 again. So that'll be good. Rocket is something that I'm starting to get really annoyed with because it's not really moving at all. We have seen these days where it does push up to like 26, 27. And some of those days I've been, tempted to sell and then get back in at these lows so I can see a little bit of an increase, because it looks like the bottom is around 21, around 20 to 21. So seeing that push up from 21 to 23 or 24 or whatever, that's a good move. So once you become a member, he starts pronouncing your name correctly. Yes, that's what it's all about. Become a member, I'll pronounce your name correctly. Well, I have to. I feel like I see the green name more than all of the like gray names. So it's a lot easier on the eyes. Eventually, when you get enough members, it's going to be great to be able to do a members only, like not just members only live stream, but like members only chats. So then like the valid questions are coming through, and you're not getting any of the, I don't know, Ted Cruz killed JFK type of thing. Hey Matt, wanted to know if your Discord $5 a month or the one-time payment. Well, it's $5 a month. Yeah, it's $5 a month just because, right now there's a little bit of people in there. Obviously, when it starts to get too many people, it won't be sustainable, and then it'll just be a $5 monthly or a $5 payment. But right now it's $5 per month. I'm not actively deleting a lot of people that may get out, but we'll see how that all plays out. Maybe it should just be a $5 payment. Yeah, sure. That can work. I haven't thought about that yet. But yeah, I figure, actually, if the Discord is live, yeah, it shows your support, I guess, if it's $5 per month. We'll figure that out. I'll get back to everybody. That's an interesting point. I didn't even think about that, as it comes across as $5 a month. You know what I would like to do? There's a lot of posts that I would like to be able to just like I would like to be able to put like a how to day trade, a full like kind of course like thing on Patreon, and then obviously charge for that, but without the hassle of going through a different course system, because people have told me, hey, can you make like a breakdown of like how to day trade like from start to finish? And yeah, I would like to do that. I just don't want to have them take 50% of whatever it is, and also just putting it on YouTube. I wouldn't like to do that. I would just like to have it separate, so something that people can go to. So it's $5 a month for now. You'll get the Discord, I guess, but then if you wanted the profit hands level and all of the different calls and swing trades and different things like that, then that's obviously on Patreon. So you need to be connected on Patreon, and any updates that I do on Patreon, you won't have as well. So it's up to you. I think the first level can be just $5 of initial payment, but the second level, obviously, you have to have Patreon in order to go through that. So let's go with that. That works. I miss the JFK guy. He really legit made me laugh. That's funny. Yeah, because then if you want to join Patreon, you can join that for just $5. And then if you want to be a member over here, this is 99 cents per month, or you can go with the $1.99 level. Any thoughts on the Jordan Belfort interview? So I did do a video on that. If you want to check it out, I posted it last night. So definitely check it out. Carl is overrated. What? Basically, Carl sleeps all day. Yeah, he is sleeping over there, right next to Daisy. No option to become a member, Matt. What? There should be. If you're on a mobile device, then it's a different story. I think you have to go like to my channel in order to do it. But if you're on like a computer or desktop, then you can do it right by the subscribe button. I heard you swear in that video. I died. Yeah, it pissed me off. The camera, like suddenly, I guess it wasn't connected to the actual power source, and it was dying. So I was like, I have to switch the camera. Luckily, this one was on, so I can continue the interview and didn't have to like stop the whole entire thing or continue the reaction video. So yeah, I was laughing as well. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it in there. Like I'm not gonna make too many cuts. I don't want to, you know, make all these cuts. He's using an iPhone. Jordan Belfort knows his stuff. I think he knows the market, and he understands how the market works, and that's why he was only allowed to talk about the market. But yeah, I thought that was funny too. I joined the Discord group and don't know what took me so long. Yeah, I mean, Discord is great. I see a lot of people chatting it up, you know, talking about different things. And yeah, it looks like Trey made a video. Did Trey make a video talking about a potential interview with Adam Aaron? So they posted that in the Discord group. That's awesome. Yeah, I like Discord groups. It's great to be able to have that communication. And also, they bring up a lot of great positions. Calling out 2 good positions today, ones that are moving. You just have to find the right entry point if you're looking to get in, with a lot of backup too. Typically, people will say, you know, hey, you know, what's going on here with this position, but won't give you any type of backup. You know what I mean? They won't give you any type of information behind it to why they believe it's a good position themselves. They just throw out a ticker symbol, but it's more than that. You need to look at, you need to do a lot of the research yourself. If you want to learn from someone like me or someone like Trey or someone like Matt or Ricky Gutierrez, whoever, it's great to be able to have that due diligence yourself, to do your own research just a little bit, and then get basically a second opinion, because that's what this is about, is getting a second opinion. You can join memberships by hitting the super chat button. Oh yeah, you can. I didn't realize that. On mobile, just hide the chat. You'll see the join button next to the subscribe button. Great interview, Adam Aaron. Yeah, it'll be really good. Actually, I'm amazed by the JB interview. He was using coded language. The Aston Martin car was coded for AMC. Look at it again. Well, that's interesting to hear that. That's why I want to be able to see somebody like really break it down. Someone that breaks down interviews like this, and either body language or coded messages, whatever it actually is. Let's see exactly what he's talking about. If he is trying to hide some things, some people look too far into it, but it's definitely interesting to hear that. Thanks, Jason Stewart, for the super chat. Just, instead of sending a super chat, just become a member for the next 5 months. I'll call out. I'll be able to see a lot of your comments then. As long as that Tommy Roth guy doesn't talk too much in the Discord chat. That's funny. No, you bring up some good things. You bring up some good things. That's funny. No, that's good. I don't see membership button. It's somewhere around there. Can we say Matt Kors again? Yeah, she can say his name. I talked to him. He texted me back. I talked to him, and then I seen him back on there. It's great to be able to see him on. Matthew Perry can't see me. I'm invisible. Well, I just seen you. Trey doing interviews with Adam Aaron, Stay Frosty. Yeah, I would love to be able to see that. Like I said, I'm gonna probably try and react to it, and then break it down. It would be probably better if I do like a fresh reaction to the whole thing. I don't know how long the interview will be, but if I do a fresh reaction to it, that'll be good. But I'm not 100% sure how long it will be. I really want to do a reaction to. So what I'll do is I'll watch it, pick out some of the best parts, like I kind of did with the JB interview, and then be able to react to that. So every time I click the link to invite for Discord, it says invite expired. Really? This link, the one that's in the chat, or the one that's in my description? Let's see. There you go. The link in the description should be good. Oh, the one in Patreon. So did you click it recently? Because I just updated that one. I can update it again though. Let's see. New. Let's see. Publish now. There you go. It should be the pinned post right now. It should work. Matthew and Trey are the best on talking about stonks. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. Jack Harris, yes. So yeah, I just fixed it. Do you think IAC is at the bottom yet? Let's see. It's tough to say. I'm still cold. It's looking like it's pretty low. I see that 39.81 is probably the bottom. And it looks like it's showing some sort of fight because it's not rapidly decreasing, so it's showing some sort of fight rather than continuing to decrease here. We're not seeing that push up yet, though. I really want to see that move up. The problem is that we don't see any type of real support levels in this portion right here, besides the fact that it would have a level at $61. The fact that we're in here and we had this large drop really doesn't show me too much for the growth of the position. However, we know that it's pretty strong, as it did have this strong growth as it was going up. So we want to be able to find that bottom. I would say the 39.81 is the bottom. The closer it gets to that, the better you are, really. Got it now. Thanks. Perfect. Perfect. Aston Martin car was code for AMC. Had to watch his wording. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I would like to see a body language expert break that down. I think everybody would benefit from that. So, and especially the body language expert would get probably a ton of views off of that, and we would push the hell out of that thing. So, let me see if I can find any good body language experts. "37-second video saying potential interview with." Wow. Oh, it's today Friday. Oh man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Don't mess anything up for me if you already seen it, because I need to watch that. Is today Friday? Today's Friday. Yes. Wait, is it? I really don't know. Where's my calendar? I'll figure it out. Lost my train of thought. Okay, but body language. I did see a couple of. The behavior panel has. No. The behavior panel has a good body language analysis. Okay, so everybody try and reach out to the behavior panel. That would be amazing to be able to see what his body language is, things that he may be saying. I don't know if they would be great to understand what's going on with AMC, but they should get that out like as soon as possible. Like they break down people like R. Kelly, like Oprah. Let's see. Out. Yeah, I'll figure that out. I would like to be able to see that. Yeah, I mean, I just want to see what his body language is. It's not about the any coded message. I want to see what his body language is and what he's saying. You know what I mean? And I know it's not necessarily about him saying, "Oh, well, I support AMC in any way," and can't find a way to say that. I want to see if he's if he's lying, if he's tensing up, whatever it actually is. You can see that maybe he doesn't support it. Maybe he's, lying about certain things. And it's always great to be able to see that. Body language videos are great. Definitely check out some of them and you'll see why. Sony deal with Disney. What's the Sony deal with Disney? Actually, let me look at Disney. I think I have, no, I don't have Disney on my. Disney announces opening Avenger campus at. I need to go to this campus. Oh, we got a baby crying upstairs. She's sad. If you hear a baby crying, I'm sorry. His body language is greasy. All right, so we have basically 600 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. With Netflix, that's what I thought it was. Sony had a deal with Netflix. That's what I thought I heard. So what's Netflix doing? Why'd I put MFL? NFLX. Netflix is currently down. Voice just cracked. Netflix is currently down. I remember when people told me to get into Netflix, you could see the massive movement that Netflix has. Like, you can get a really decent swing trade out of Netflix. It's just so great. Look at the movement here. If you've seen a stock like that move, you would be really excited about getting a day trade here. Why are you knocking over stuff? Stop, man. I don't want it. Not today. Sent you a link to your Instagram. Let me see. Let me see. What? Why'd you send me? Why'd you send me this YouTube video? I actually watched this YouTube video a while ago. I'm late today. CTR, I'm pumping and dumping this morning. Matt, what's your thoughts on HCMC? Got any chance? Thank you for becoming a member, Russell. Now I gotta get your name right. Is it Sluggett? Did I get that right? Russell Sluggett? Pick up Carl. We want to see him. Carl? 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 Oh, he's over there eating. We can't bother him. What's the video? So the video was basically a reaction to Trade's interview, 11-minute interview or 11-minute video talking about that interview. It's a good video. I got it? Perfect. Thank you for becoming a member. Viacom is a buy. You think it's a buy? Yeah, I'm definitely curious on that as well. I can see like the fact that where's Viacom? I recently viewed. Come on, somewhere around here. Whatever, I'll just type it in. But yeah, I'm definitely interested with all of this buying strength that it had, all this buying power that it did have. To fall that quick is kind of just crazy. So I'm definitely interested to see what it's going to do if we have any type of push. but it doesn't look like it's going to get any lower than $39.81. So anything that we can push up from there will be pretty good. So to buy a number of shares there and make some moves is not bad, but just know that it does have a chance to go against you, and just cut your losses when you can cut your losses. That's something that I haven't been doing recently, is cutting my losses. I should have been cutting certain things instead of just averaging down, because sometimes it moves so much against you that you have to basically wait for that to get to the break-even point, knowing that the floor is a lot lower, and showing that you invest in the middle ground rather than, buying at the low or buying at a lowish territory. So for Rocket, I know that I did that, average down, didn't get to a point to where I was happy. For Zomedica, it went all the way down to $1.10, which it could even go lower, but the thing that I'm seeing is that it could increase quite a bit. But yeah, I tend to do that with some of these positions, is you should be actually cutting some of your losses as you do get to your loss target. So profit and loss target, you understand how much you want to lose, could be 20% of what you want to gain, something like that. So technically I want to gain $3,000, right? So 20%, let's say where my loss was, it was at 33%. So right now it's still, okay, but it goes down to that 33% mark. Did you see the Y video from MK yesterday? Yeah, from Matt Kors. We can say his name just because he's not banned. But yeah, I did see, his first video, and then also a little bit of his stream. And it's great that people, rallied around him. I've seen a ton of people go through that same situation and didn't have the support that he had. And it's mainly just because they're like, you know what, we just want to shut you down. And YouTube sometimes doesn't know, because it's based on algorithms. It could be a point to where he banned too many people, and those people ended up saying that he just bans people for no reason, which means that it could be against community guidelines, or not really give you a strike, but literally grounds for like termination. Hey Matt, I'd love to join the Discord group. Well, the link is in the chat. Definitely join it. You go over to Patreon. It's if you want to join the first membership, it's $5. You don't have to pay $5 per month. $5 is for the access to the Discord group. But if you want to get any updates on like Carl's calls or swing trades or day trades or my dividends, any type of dividend investment, then you would pick the second option, which is the profit hands level, which you would need to pay per month, because that's a Patreon level. So, and then there's also the third level, which I don't know if it is overpriced or not, but all I know is it takes a ton of time to go through those books, and I would like to be able to create those books. If you are interested in that, definitely do that. But yeah, link is in the chat. It's also in the description. I'm verified on Instagram with 40K followers. That's awesome. That's awesome. I would love to be verified. I only have 7,000. I don't really post as much on other platforms. I spend a lot of time commenting on YouTube and on my other YouTube channel, my MP Shorts channel, also my Perry Experience channel. So I'm looking to continue to grow as many different pieces as I can, because I love to post videos. Videos are fun to make, We have 595 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Get it up to 250, 300 likes would be amazing. Thank you for the super chat here. Thoughts on Plug? Do you have any type of due diligence that you've done yourself on Plug? I always like to promote, people doing a little bit of research themselves to understand where their head is, and then get kind of a second level of confirmation. As you can see, this did have a pretty large increase over a number of days. I did talk about this previously, showing that it does have strength somewhere up in this range between $58, $57, $59, up to $75. Close to a double touch point, actually increased over that breaking point. So knowing that it can surpass that. Did have a little bit of a fall to where, basically came down to normal. You would think that it would increase if you were analyzing this from a short term. You would say makes sense why it would end up increasing from $60 up to $70. It did end up falling down, showing a little bit of strength as it does go down, stair stepping on the way down. We really need to see where the bottom actually is. It looks like that $30 level is the bottom here, and if you are looking for some sort of an increase at $32, you can actually see that probably fall down to about 30 and then increase up to about 37. So you can get a decent gain there. Probably see a retest at 39 or 40 or so, but that's what I'm looking at, seeing this strength here, seeing all of these touch points here. Once it gets down to 30, that could be an easy buying point to actually make a little bit of a swing, in my opinion. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button, guys. We got 246 likes. Thank you, everybody that did hit the like button. Thank you for the super chats. Anybody that became a member, the 2 people that became a member, I appreciate that a lot. I want to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I can help out. I love to help people out in growing different things. So if you want to, hit me up anywhere. If you, I don't know, become a Discord member, I would love to be able to help people out YouTube-wise. So if people are interested in creating a YouTube channel, starting something, whether it's reaction videos, or I don't know, people even do like tattoos and stuff, like whatever they're doing, you can record it and then also create a business out of it. So then anything you buy is a business write-off. I'm thinking of buying a mic, and that would be a business write-off for me because it's to record videos. Carl, come here. People want to see you. Come here, man. Come here. Here we go. Come on, man. I don't know if they can see you. So that's where it ends up being tricky, because it only shows my face here. But, oh, that's not good. Don't press any buttons, because if you press buttons, you're just going to ruin things. Let me see. Full screen? No, that's not it. Full screen. Here's Carl. There's Carl. Don't press any buttons. Nope. You're stepping on the keyboard. You're stepping on the keyboard. Don't do that. Now you're stepping on it more. All right, we have to get him down. There was Carl. There was Carl. All right, which one is it? Little box. There we go. I gotta label these better on. You got fur everywhere. Let's see. Hopefully you reply. Thanks, man. I just subscribed. I'm new to your channel. I have about 3K in cash to spend today. At the end of the day, it's all going into AMC. Any good moves that I can make during the day with some gains? There's a lot of good moves. So if you actually see now for just the day, you want to be able to find a good position. I haven't been doing day trading research because of the fact that I don't have. I think I have some day trades left now. Let me actually check my account. I think I have day trades left now, but I just don't have the free cash in order to do it. So it kind of sucks, but I need this to get over 25K for me to actually day trade. That's why I've been swing trading more than anything. But yeah, there's a number of positions that you can actually see decent moves in. And to make either smallish moves or pretty big moves. But some of the main names that we've actually been talking about, if you have $3,000, I would say let's look at what Tesla's doing right now. Look at what Tesla's doing right now, and I have to make sure I see all of the things here. I'll get to the next super chat there then. But yeah, if we have Tesla, typically we're going to see Tesla move around $10 to $20 in a day. Tesla's pretty expensive, but you can get a decent gain out of it if you do play it the right way. So a lot of times you'll see this. Let's look at 5 days. A lot of times you'll see this move quite a bit in the morning time or in the afternoon or throughout the day. You can see this actually make a move to where it does have a touch point at $683 all the way up to $695 or $96. So that would be somewhere around a $10 gain. That's not a crazy amount, especially for only buying about 5 shares or so. So typically you would see it move a little bit more than that. The last day we've seen 670 up to 690, or yeah, 690 or so. So around $20 gain. That's interesting, but I would definitely say you probably go for one of the lower moves. We can look at something like let me see. Fubo TV moves quite a bit, from $22 down to $20 to $22. It's about a $2 gain, which you could put some money into and make a little bit of moves, but you don't want to put the whole boat in there. What you want to do is be able to find the movement here. You want to be able to find where it's actually going to move, where the bottom is, because if you don't find the bottom, you're not going to be able to do it. You can also do some shorts if you really wanted to. But like I said, I haven't been doing a crazy amount of research on day trading like I usually do, because of the fact that I'm not actively day trading. I'm more or less swing trading. So a lot of the swing trades are going through my head. But yeah, what I say is probably find something that moves quite a bit from low to high. And then being able to see and being able to predict some of those, because some of these can move from low to high, but it's like this: you have a low of $20 and a high of, let's say, $25, but the movement is all downhill. You're not going to be able to gauge that, and you're not going to. And if you don't end up selling at a certain point, you end up taking a huge loss there. So and have to accept a huge loss by the end of the day. So I'm sorry that I can't give you a specific option because I haven't been going through, but if I go through the day and I see an option, or I go through the rest of this live stream and I see an option, I will make sure to let you know what that option is, because I'll actively look for it. So thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Matt was showing Webull level 2 things. Also, Virginia, first southern state to legalize marijuana. Which stock benefits the most from this? It looks like a lot of the cannabis stocks are kind of fueled by, you can see Tilray really runs it. It did run it. Now you're starting to see APHA actually make some moves, but I would say those two probably are going to be the biggest bet, or the best bet. And you could see Sundial, that's just not really making the moves that people thought it was going to make. But I would say these two probably make better moves with any type of news with cannabis. So yeah, that baby was going to cry more. But yeah, I would say that's the case right there. I do show level 2s. I do show level 2s on Webull. I'm always showing level 2s. If that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I do show level 2 information as I go through the day. Saber, do you use hotkeys now? Monday I will start using speed trading. Wish me luck. Start using Speed Trader. What is Speed Trader? Is that like a different platform, or? I'm interested if you go the indicators on Webull and turn on Super Trend. Never used it. I've never used it. I understand people that do use it. I've never used it. I mean, it looks interesting. It just looks like it is cluttering the screen. I don't really like clutter when I'm day trading or swing trading. I don't really like it. It's interesting. It shows a lot of information. I would like to be able to read that a little bit better, but I've never used it. So I have to check it out. But I would say hotkeys on Webull are amazing. I've been using hotkeys for probably the last 3 weeks. I set everything up. Once you set it up, if you go to settings and then you go to hotkeys, you can actually set up a lot of things here. So you can go down to trades, and set up maybe a market buy of 100 shares at control B, or a sell buy of 100 shares at control B. I did a what is it? A close order, control A, so it closes all my positions. So if I have 1,000 plus shares or 5,000 shares or whatever, and I want to close everything, control A will close it at a market order. So that's pretty good. I think you can put limit and put a percentage, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that will. So I always go with market, and it makes it very easy for me. We have 650 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, get it up to 300 likes. I'm gonna hit another ad if you're interested in it, if you do get ads. I just signed up for YouTube Premium just because if I'm gonna do a lot of reaction videos, it makes sense for me not to have ads in there, and also support the creators as well. So I don't have to deal with waiting for those ads, because I just recorded a video to where I had to go through ads, and it's a little interesting. Big news on Fubo. I don't see any huge news on Fubo. I know that they were a heavily shorted position, but I don't know how heavily shorted they are now. It's just information on whether they're a push. Now the time to buy into Fubo TV, GME, or Tesla. Yeah, I have about 100 shares of Fubo TV. So if it moves a good $10, I'll gain $1,000. I'm only looking for it to gain probably 6, not even that much. At most maybe like 8, 7.5. I don't like triangles either. The arrows change the parameters. Yeah, I don't like it either. Is RMO a good buy? It's definitely showing that it's coming back to a certain level, starting to consolidate after that large increase that it did have. The funny thing is, I should have been stopped out at 10.50 at a loss and leave it from there, but for some reason I didn't set that. So we'll see how this does grow over a long period of time. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Romeo stock at $30 a share. This analyst thinks it's possible. So they're thinking that Romeo can get to $30 a share based on this article, but we'll see how this does play out. Turnaround company announces entering a long-term battery supply agreement with Romeo will supply battery packs to heavy truck giants Fords. Through 2025, the deal targets the U.S., Canada markets, and the first battery shipment is anticipated for 2022. So yeah, they're saying that it could get to $30, so it might not be a bad buy where it is. It looks like it kind of fights between that $10 mark and $11 mark. So you could see some pretty good movement there. Can you answer my super? I thought I did. Where's that at? I don't see. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's Tyler. If I buy 10 calls on AMC today, expiring today as well, would I have to let at least 7 of them expire past trading rule? I don't believe that applies to options. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an options person. I only really trade stocks. I don't ever venture into options just because I know you can lose in your entire investment there versus trading. You can basically get out with a massive loss and still have a decent amount of money left with that position. So I don't know if that applies to options as well. I think options are a different story. someone can correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler, but yeah, like I said, I'm not the best options trader. Let me see. Good learning opportunity, I guess. The PTD rule does apply to both options and stocks. It doesn't apply to most other assets like futures and forex. So I guess it does. Yes, the day trading margin rule applies to day trading any security options, which is a pattern day trader. You can inform your broker saying, yes, I am a day trader, or day trade more than 3 times in 5 days and get flagged as a pattern day trader. This allows you to day trade as long as you hold a minimum account value of $25,000 and keep your balance above that minimum at all times. Okay, do options count as like stock trades buying and selling the same option contract on the same day? So buying and selling the same option contract on the same day will result in a day trade. It's the same contract if a ticker symbol, a strike price, expiration date, call or put. So if I buy 10 calls on AMC today, expiring today as well, would I have to let at least 7 of them expire? That's a good question. I don't know. They're not considered like a package deal, or are they considered a package deal? Because that would be considered one. It's multiple contracts, but I would consider that one buy. Yeah, I would consider that one buy. I don't think you would have to let seven of them expire. I think you would have to. Yeah, that's tough. Buying an option and selling the same day as day trading. Yes, I just read that. No, you can sell them all for one day trade. That's what I was thinking. It doesn't make sense how they would break it down into individual contracts. Wow, that is shocking and random. Debating on buying more, but I know it's long-term investments. I'm trying to make some day trade money early in the day, and then buy AMC or more CCIB. I hear you. It's great to be able to do that. I have a number of times to where I will see a swing trade opportunity, will wait out on that swing trade opportunity, play out my day trade opportunity, sell something for a $60 gain or $100 gain, and then go for my swing trade opportunity. That's exactly what I would do. A lot of times I do that, and you see me do that with a number of positions. But obviously right now I'm holding a lot of swing trades that a lot of them aren't going my way. 2 of them are really not going my way. The other ones really have a better chance of coming back easily, very fast, especially Fubo TV, how it's moving today. So yeah. GLS SI made a huge move. Now it's starting to come back a little bit. What can we expect from this push? Are we going to see a larger increase, or are we going to see this actually fall off when it opens? This is where it ends up getting very interesting to see what the actual move is today. You can see a lot of positions that are actually decreasing quite a bit. Ride is making a move down. I'm still up on Ride. I do see them, having the ability to come down to close to where my cost basis is. So that's why I'm sticking it out for a ride. I know it hasn't been a point to where I got stopped out or close to stopped out, so I'm okay. Fubo TV is good. It was at a pretty decent low here. I'm only holding 100 shares. SOS has been was good to me at times, and it's also bad to me at times. I can see that the low is a lot lower than 550, so we'll see how that does play out there. Do you think AAPL is a good hold? I have 7 shares at 121. Let's see what Apple is doing. That's not it. It's AAPL. AAPL, right? Yeah, that's what you're looking for, right? Not APPL, AAPL. So at 121, I always think that Apple is a good hold. You just have to find the right entry point. Obviously, a lower entry point would have been best, but it doesn't look like it's getting back down to that point. A lot of people think that this could make its move back up. And it looks like it's on the uptrend. So yeah, it looks like it's a good move. It retested this area and now has a retest of up here of 137. So yeah, I think it's still a good move. You're seeing that massive jump, and even on some of these down days, you are still seeing that continue to increase. And when it does decrease, it's not really moving too much. So this is not a position that you want to day trade. It's more of a swing trade or a long-term investment, really, since you do get paid a dividend here as well. So I would consider this something that you can hold for a while as long as you bought in at the right point. Like if you were one of those people that bought in at 105, I don't know why this child is making so much noise. She always like yells right in the baby's face for some reason. I don't know why, but she'll do it. But yeah, I think it's a good hold. I don't think it's bad at all. I keep my accounts above 25K so I don't have to worry about the day trades. Yeah, with transferring my money from Fidelity over to Webull and then putting more money into Webull, I still have all of the money that's in AMC over in Fidelity. So I have about $16,000. And as it grows, obviously it was up to a high of around $25,000 that was in there, $26,000. So I was looking to actually take a lot of that profit and put it over here because I knew that it was going to decrease. But, you know, doing that, people label you as paper hands based on the fact that you took an $8,000 profit, you know, or $9,000, close to 10. But it's cool. It's cool. Let's see. I was wondering if anyone had info on NIO's movement. I don't have any info on NIO's movement. Let's actually look at it. I'm popping right now. Where's NIO? I had it here somewhere. I mean, I could type it in, but there it is. So for NIO, I did see them having the ability to make some decent movement, but for the last couple of days, they've been down. So that's where I wanted to see that curl back up so that we did see that crossover and some of these retest moments. But I don't know, the movement just doesn't seem like it's going in favor of buyers. So you probably have to get some more news to understand exactly what's going there. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, electric vehicles shouldn't be a luxury item. You're right, they shouldn't be. You're crazy. Making money is the name of the game. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. You know, I look at it and I'm like, what in the world? Why would you label anybody paper hands for selling for a profit? I understand the movement is to hold, and you can get much more of a gain. But if people are comfortable with their gains, let them have their gains, right? Google got word cup qualifier. That's why it's up. Do you consider ride entry point at $12.69 high? Is that a good idea to even sell even and buy lower? So I think the lowest point for ride is probably going to be somewhere on 1180. So it was to a really low point of like $10 and some odd cents when we had these down days. But I don't believe we don't see any more touch points at that moment. We don't even see it close to the touch points. The closest we see is around that 1080 mark, and then pushes up to 11. Anything really above 11 or anything at 11 or between 11 and 1180, I would say is pretty good to get as a low entry point. And then you could see that increase. 12 is not a bad option. 1269 is not a bad option because where the previous lows were, and I had it set, it was at 1280. That was the lowest point that it got to, was 1280, and you've seen that double touch point. But with all of the down days, the market actually making a move down, you've seen it pass by that, make a move down. You did see this moment to where it bounced off of 1280, pushed up. It was going to continue to push up until we seen, obviously, the way the market was moving for technology positions. That was when Tesla, I believe, had a little bit of a decrease as well. But they didn't really make too much of a move down. I did see them make their moves back up, but they haven't been pushing above that. They've been fighting at that $12 mark, $12-ish mark. We're going to see that increase soon. I do believe that, seeing a couple test points at 18, 21, 25, and even $30 or so. So yeah, take your gains. It's not like we abandon the cause. Yeah, exactly. Like what I would do is with the Tesla, or not with the Tesla, with the AMC money over in Fidelity, I take those gains and bring those over to Webull so I can day trade a lot more and give you guys an understanding of, everything that I'm looking at, whether it's day trading or swing trading and all that stuff. And then also being able to have that profit and getting back in low is basically a point to where I would buy in at a higher scale or a larger amount, because right now I have 358 shares over in Webull, but in Fidelity I still have my 1,550 shares. So I would be able to up these shares over in Webull, and we'll see how that does play out. But I would sell over there, keep these shares over here, and then when I can, put more money in there so I can lower that cost basis a lot more. I had a dream last night that AMC hit $36. I rarely ever remember my dreams. Yeah, me too. I don't remember dreams either, I don't think. I haven't been getting good sleep for the last couple of nights. Thank you for the 2 people that became members. Thank you for all the super chats that I've gotten today. I appreciate you guys a lot. AMC refusing to go below $9.65. Yeah, no matter what, if it goes low, people are going to be upset with the fact that it goes low, but we're going to continue to buy. You know what I mean? I have a long position on one platform, AMC, and she's a cash cow for me now. That's good. It's good, Saber. It's worse for hedge funds. I can. Money off the table, their losses. Yeah, that would be good. I would love to see the hedge funds just say, you know what, we accept our losses, just cover as much as they can. If they do that, it's going to be a lot quicker of a push than we thought it was going to be. So just be aware if they end up doing that, that could derail like the overall movement. Obviously, you want to see institutions get in as well, and also people buying. So if they end up doing it on a low volume day, then they probably will push the price to a certain level, but not to the highs that we want it to go to. Just buy low and sell high, bro. Make it sound easy. It's not as easy. The lows, you can never really predict where the absolute lows are, but you can always get in early, average down and do that. But the problem is with day trading, you don't want to average down. You want to be able to predict where that low is. So a lot of times you're looking for the uptick to see that increase, gain that increase, and go on about your day. when your play is right and you keep getting stopped out early. Yeah, but it's better than taking that large loss. Sometimes it doesn't go with you, and if you get stopped out, you should have like a 3-to-1 profit target. So if you're looking to gain $100, you're looking to lose about $33.30 or something. If you have a 5-to-1 profit target, obviously you're looking to gain $100 to lose 20. So if you make 5 trades and you win 1, no. What? What in the world is your issue? So yeah, lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so a 5-to-1 profit target is really if you want to gain $100, you're going to have a potential chance to lose 20. Meaning, if you won 1 time and lost 4 times, you still profited out of the deal. So. CTRM is running and it's cheap. I hear people talk about CTRM all the time. Yeah, I was waiting for that push up from there. You've seen that ascending level of support that it was moving when I was looking at that, but now you're starting to see it on the decline. Obviously, you're seeing some movement the last couple of days, seeing that increase. I don't know if I would classify that as running. It moved 2%, but yeah, it's tough to be able to see that because it's constantly declining. You probably would see something increase quite a bit, but yeah, 20%, guys, take it. Greed will make you bleed, 100%. And there's a lot of times where I could have gotten to some of these 20% marks and actually gotten stopped out. Like Romeo Power, I should have been actually stopped out at 10.50 because I was looking to gain quite a bit from that. But I do see more of an opportunity now with the potential chance of going to $30. That'll be a $2,000 gain, really close to it. What are the mechanics of predicting the lows? So a lot of what I like to do is I like to predict the bounce of the lows to see how far it pulls away. So sometimes you'll look at the 15 moving average, and if it is short term, that's the best bet to look at. And it pulls away from the 15 moving average. As soon as you start to see it get to a point to where it looks like it's oversold, yes, you want to see that pull up. So I'll use the RSI and also use the 15 moving average to see how far it is away from it. And then you start to see it start to come back. And then when you see it come back, that's where you can predict it to continue to push up. Now, the thing is, if it does go against you, then, which it would have went against you here, had a large decrease here, I think to a low of 65 cents if we're looking at this. So it did go against you a little bit. You would have probably gotten stopped out at that point. But for any case that doesn't go against you, you can continue to see that rise. And even if it did rise, you missed out on the opportunity by getting stopped out in these larger things. So if you wanted to do a 33% loss and 100% gain, obviously, then you probably wouldn't have gotten stopped out. But anything that was like 20%, you probably would have gotten stopped out there. So seeing that increase would be pretty good. It depends what your profit loss or profit to loss ratio is. So that's usually where I find the indication of it. And you want to see larger bodies. Sometimes these candlesticks will tell you. You'll see a hammer candlestick to where it has a lot of buying power, and showing that it's really strong with the long wick at the bottom and the smaller wick or the more hammer-like wick at the top, showing that it has a lot of buying power in it, which indicates an increase in the buying pressure. So there's a lot of different indicators, and you want to use what's best for your situation. But for me, the best thing that I use is the RSI combined with the 15 moving average, it pulling away so far away from that 15 moving average, and then seeing the candlesticks as an indicator. But yeah. CTR is bleeding. I want to pull out, but I refuse to sell at a loss. Yeah, see, that's not the way you need to look at it. Everybody loses. Everybody loses. I lose all the time, you know, and I'm okay with the losses as long as I am able to gain more than I lose. And I could lose, like I said, I can lose 5 times, right? Or I can lose 4 times. But if that 5th time I won, I still gained a profit out of it as long as I stuck to my strategy every single time. So you can lose as much as you want, but when you are right, you're right, and you're right pretty strong. You know, you can make a lot of money from it. So, and if you play things right and set stop losses as it does go up, so that you don't end up getting, you know, stopped out for a loss, you end up getting stopped out for a minimal gain, then basically you can win at smaller and smaller points, and then when you end up winning at your normal price target, you make more than that. So a lot of times I will go $1 a day, trade 5 times, and if I don't get it, I don't get it. That would be my way of going about things. So yeah. Let me see. Looks like a lot of things are starting to turn the opposite direction. You see SOS not really making the moves that it was making earlier. Let's actually look at one day. Not making the moves that it was making earlier, down to $5.31, only up 0.19%. Even GOSI is actually making a pretty decent move down to $61 rather than being up at that $70 mark, seeing that large push. Fubo TV is still making a pretty decent move. I want to see them make a better move, and if I can get in, like if I can sell at a profit and get in a little bit lower, that would be amazing. I know that ride, I can't really get in much lower than where it is, so that's where I'm going to sit. I'm going to ride that one out, for lack of a better term. See what I did there? Can you show us an example on the chart where it goes against that method? Oh, there's a lot of times where it goes against that method. So let me show you, I don't know, let's show GME. So sometimes with GME, this would have been a really great play. So obviously you don't want to have to do that, but this would have been a really great play where it does go with that method. So if you see it as it's starting to pull against it, you could see the RSI getting oversold at a massive amount. Then you start seeing more consolidated candlesticks. And as you see that larger candlesticks, it starts to push back up towards the 15 moving average. So it's going with it, which is a really great sign. And that will obviously give you a large gain if you can get in there and grow that, because it didn't pull away from you or didn't end up stopping you out. You'll be able to continue to grow all the way up to $171. Let's see if we could find some ones that go against it to where it continues to be oversold. Let's see. So sometimes what people will look for is when they do see it pull away, they'll look for it to get close to the RSI, and then it doesn't actually do what they wanted it to do. It gets back and then starts to stair step back down, and then they get stopped out because they waited for it to get back to their stop loss, and they sold out. But once you see that turnover, you have to basically say, I'm going to sell out and be disciplined in both areas. Let me see. So here we go. You can look at this right here. You see how far it is pulling away from the 15 moving average. As it's pulling away, the Discord link isn't working. So the one that's taking you to Patreon, you're saying the Discord link in Patreon isn't working? All right, give me a second. So this is one of the moves here. You can see that this is pulling away from the 15 moving average, and I would expect it to be oversold, so I would probably buy in once I see these consolidated candlesticks. But you look at what happened here. It started to come back to the 15 moving average, but the 15 moving average is moving with the stock price down. So you can see that 15 moving average, instead of it coming back up to here, now it's moving down to where the current price is. So it's gonna suck it back in, saying that, yeah, it came back to the 50 moving average, but it didn't move the price. It actually stopped you out by seeing some of these large decreases here. So that would be something that goes against you, and as long as you do get stopped out, you're disciplined, you're fine, you can make that same move when you get all the way down to this time in the day, right? So that's what it's all about. It's about finding out when that will go against you. Getting stopped out for a loss is okay, and then being able to make that same move back in there, just to see it go your way again. And you don't trade with emotions. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. That dog is running around. I don't know what she's doing. But yeah, let's look at, we have 509 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to hit that like button. Trying to go through some heavy analysis for you guys, just to show you a couple of things. But yeah, I have a whole video on the bounce back method. Let's actually look at my Patreon to see if that link is actually working. So we have 67 people. We have a couple of people that joined today. Thank you for joining. Let's see if it does take me directly to, let's go to, no, not scheduled, published. That seems to be working. If you go to the, if you go to the, Jesus, sorry. If you go to Patreon, it should take you right to the Discord link, which is here. I'll if you send me a message, I can easily connect you. Is anybody else having issues with connecting there? Yeah, so $5 of one single payment will get you to the Discord. But then, you know, if you want to join the other levels, you can. Make sure when you join the Discord, you let me know what level you joined at, because sometimes the names don't line up with who's there, or what the names don't line up with Discord and Patreon. So, wow, naked's up 20%. It is. We have less than 15 minutes. We have 13 minutes to the market open. So we'll see how this all plays out for a lot of people. It is up 14% today. You can see a little bit of an increase, which is really good. Has a lot of push behind it, which means that, I mean, where the price is now, it's definitely low-ish. I don't have any money to get into different areas, but I don't really see that making a huge move. If it does, then, you know, I'm all for it. And anybody that is in it, you know, make some money, guys. I'm actually in at 6 cents. All right. Yeah, make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. Matt, dumb question here. Do you pay taxes on a loss? No, you actually get more of a write-off on losses, large losses. You don't pay taxes on losses. You pay taxes on your overall gains. So if you look at your overall gains and you have $3,000 worth of a gain, you're going to pay taxes on that. Should have buy more AMC and stuck in other tickers. Yeah, I hear you. That's the same thing here. I love AMC. I have about a total of around $20,000 in AMC, which could potentially double. But there's a lot of positions that you can potentially double. I just want to see AMC, you know, skyrocket. You know, they're supposed to skyrocket, and they need to. They're going to. So we have 484 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Continue to do so. I know there are other people streaming at the same time that I'm streaming, so it's very tough to, you know, get all of the people in here. There's a lot of people that may be watching. You know, I don't know who's streaming. Could be Trey. Could be Matt. Could be whomever. It depends if you have a wash trade. Yeah. Jimmy has insane support at 150. If you can handle the whole, it should bounce. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I'm I'm all for GME in between that $200 mark to see it get back to $200 easily, back to 190, make some money, or really grow from there if we do see that large kick. You said you have to disagree with me on people taking profit. You got to understand that some people put their money in this to show support, but also to be able to gain as much as they can from it. Some people go into this with their life savings or money that they can't afford to, just to be able to support a cause. And growing up to a point, if somebody's comfortable with their profit, it shouldn't be bad if you take your profit. And then especially if the hedge funds are going to push it back down, smaller people taking their profit is not something that's going to drive this price down. The thing that's going to drive the price down is people short selling. The number of people that are holding, that are continuing to hold, is going to be a large number. So for people that don't have enough money, that are kind of struggling and looking to do something good with this money, obviously it's great for them to take profits. I don't want to see anybody lose everything that they own. So that's why I always say, hey, it's okay if you want to take a profit, do so. If you want to be able to support the cause and still take a profit, then take some of it and leave some of it in there so that you're holding some of the position and saying, okay, well, now I'm playing with house money. I don't need to worry about anything else. So that's where we'll, I guess, agree to disagree. I don't know, but I can't say that I support just holding until the position dies, because there are some really wealthy people, or some people that are really supporting AMC or GME that are taking profits. If that's the case, then DFV would have never taken any profits, but he took $17 million worth of profit and put more money in there at lower lows. He's still not risking all the money that he gained. So yes, he's still supporting the cause, but it's all house money. He took his profit, so why can't other people do it? He's obviously still supporting it, but he's taking his profits. Hey bro, really like you over these other YouTubers. That's good to know. I'm glad I separate myself from other people, because sometimes I get annoyed with the fact that everybody's doing the same thing that you're doing. Obviously it's great to be able to have a community, but it obviously you start to feel some type of way, because I was probably the third person to start any of this, going through all of this. I know Brian Jung talked about it, created a community. JJ Buckner did it, created a community. I did it, started creating a community, but then I can only stream for 3 hours in a day. So it's not really easy to do it when you have other people like Brian Jung, who was streaming for 8 hours. He started that phase of streaming for 8 hours. I think JJ Buckner was streaming for 3 hours or so, really going to maybe an hour into the market open, or 2 hours into the market open. And it's just difficult. It's really difficult. So I'm here to show as much support as I can, even though I'm only pulling in 450 viewers. 450 viewers is a lot. It's not a crazy amount to where you're pulling in astronomical viewers. And once all of this ends up dying off, obviously you won't be able to find people getting thousands and thousands of viewers unless they have 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers, or 1 million subscribers. Meet Kevin right now gets 25K viewers on most of his streams because he has 1.5 million subscribers, right? You're not scamming us like these hedge funds and other YouTubers, so that they can profit on their options trading. Yeah, I'm all for the regular people. I'm ready to. I'm obviously seeing that a lot of people want to make profits, and I want to find a way for people to make profits on a lot of these positions. So That's what I'm here for, is really just to show that, to create a community so that we can all find profits together, right? So yeah, to be honest, forget about the paper hands. Even if you got 10K of AMC shares, might drop to a penny. Even if that's doubt, take the profits. Yeah, I would agree with you. There's a lot of people that can benefit from taking profits and even putting it into different positions that they may support as well. So yeah, I feel like you're right there, Tom. I feel like you're right. Thomas, with my morning coffee, and the info from you is your chat. I look forward to it daily. Thanks all. Even if I disagree with some, I do appreciate all your opinions. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We're all bringing opinions to the table. We have about 5 minutes till the market opens. But yeah, we all bring our own opinions to the table, and it's great to be able to bounce ideas and opinions off of each other. That's why I liked Trey's interview with JB, even if it didn't have a secret meaning behind it. It was great to be able to see, that conversation, seeing a different perspective, what he feels about the market. Because some people say the same thing. I like seeing, Mark Cuban come out with different opinions, all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's really good. You're the best, brother. Very humble, intelligent. Your humbleness is what separates you from the other YouTubers. AMC to the freaking move, baby. Yep, I'm there with you. Thank you for saying that. I would tell GME if I know what I could buy more. But right now, if I sell my share, it would be enough to buy the same amount of shares. I don't see a reason to sell now. Yeah, 100%. This is where you start to get to a point to where, like, for me, I'm right at my cost basis pretty much. My cost basis on Webull is $9.52. My cost basis over on Fidelity is $9.46. So it's really not, and there's no reason to sell at this point. There was a reason to sell when it was up at $14 or $15 or so, to see that actually fall down, because the hedge funds were going to push it down no matter what. It wasn't the point to where people were pushing it down. You could see the movement in AMC, and it was being pushed down by these hedge funds, by manipulation. Matt, you're an interesting man with an interesting story. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even really told my story, because I don't know if people think that I, had a silver spoon in my mouth the whole entire time. Most of the spoons that I had were either plastic, or I used my hands because I didn't have spoons. We are a community, and want everyone to be able to succeed. Exactly. I bet he does it for free. What is this, TurboTax? I don't like Mark Cuban or listen to anything he says. I mean, I listen to things that everybody says. I'm open to different opinions everywhere. There's some things I just don't agree with him with. There's some things that I don't agree with, Kevin O'Leary with, or whoever. There's a lot of people that I don't agree with, but I do hear them out. How many tickers do you own? I feel I'm owning too many. 100% I'm owning too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm owning 8. I typically like to stay around 5, so I am 3 above where I normally will stand. So there's a lot of diversification, but sometimes it's very difficult. When you see everything turn green, then you start focusing on different areas and selling at areas to where you don't want to sell. So it's not really a good thing. I own 8, and there's probably people that own a lot more. But unless you're doing like long-term, like for my long-term investing, if I have some of the dividend positions, you'll see me own a lot of different dividend positions to secure dividends. And it's great to have a lot of money diversified into different places. It makes sense. But here, here it doesn't make sense to do that with swing trades. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, we have about 318 likes. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to do so. It does help out the channel a ton. Let's look at the analytics here. Yeah, I'm all for it. Keep doing what you're doing. I can Ask you what your average price of AMC is in your portfolio. My average price across the board is about 950. Here it's 950, 952, and over there it's 946. So it might be closer to like 948 because I have 1,550 shares over there and 358 shares over here. So let's just say round it up, 950 is my average price. Yeah, we got right now. It's starting right now. Let's see how this actually moves. Let's look at this. We can see we're seeing some positive movement here. We are down for the day, but we can see how this movement is going to be. Let's see. Fubo TV is making a move down, I believe. It's pushed down to a low of $21.82. Could continue to push down more. It is Friday. I think. I still don't know if it's Friday or not. I'm so cold. Carl, stop, man. Yeah, smash that like button. Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you for saying so. Videos seem like quantity over quality. Mine seem like quantity over quality. I don't know about that. It looks like Fubo TV is making a pretty decent move up at this point. Oh, it's starting to come back down. I would say there's if you're talking about like comparing it to different videos, if I compare it to certain people that do like a lot of B-roll, a lot of B-roll and stuff like that, yeah, of course. I compare it all the time. A lot of times you can't compare it to you know, to other people, because if you do, you can compare it to certain people and see that you are doing a good job. Instead of doing a lot of B-roll and stuff, like me, Kevin will do B-roll, or he won't do B-roll. He'll just basically sit there, have the research, and talk about what he needs to talk about. And I like to have a blend between the two, have that B-roll, have that research. But if you look at somebody like, I don't know, let's say MKBHD, if you look at that channel, then you could really see all the B-roll and all of the opportunities. Carl, come on. Nope. No, man. So yeah. Nice volume in AMC, is it? We're seeing Fubo TV do ridiculous moves here. Yeah, it's pretty good volume. It's better than what it used to be. You know, it was less than 1 million at this point, but now we're seeing it actually make a little bit of moves, which is not bad. The volume should be a lot higher if we're looking for a squeeze. You can see that every time we have any type of increase, it's being pulled down. Being pulled down by a lot of things. It looks like we might end up seeing a red market. We could see a reversal here. It doesn't look too bad. We're seeing Ride that's making a pretty decent move down below my cost basis here. Just after talking a lot of saying a lot of good things about Ride. You're gonna go ahead and do that to me? No, it's gonna end up making its move back up to the 15 moving average. That's usually what happens. It might stair step on the way down, but we'll see how that goes. Can you give us some more, bro? Is what he's saying. Okay, yeah, I'll give you more. He put out a great video on AMC last night. Let's see. So the GLSI is looking pretty decent. It did jump up from $63 up to $61. Didn't expect that large movement, but did jump up quite a bit. I don't have any day trades left, or I do have day trades left. I don't have any money left to day trade. I'm looking for some good opportunities here. We are seeing Ride that's kind of going against me. And we're also seeing AMC that's really not going with us as well. it doesn't look like we're going to see the best day, but we'll have to gauge the rest of the day to see what actually happens. Cost is making a move down rather than any move up like it normally does. We're not seeing the volume that we normally see. Is there anything that actually has good volume? It looks like SOS has decent volume, but it's just not making the moves that people hope that it's going. This is so deep in wonder what he looks like. So we have 429 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We have about 25 minutes left on this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Is SOS a buy? I'm in at 550, so you can take that however you want to take it. I would look to probably increase my shares. I have 300 shares of SOS, but as it goes lower, I would look to increase my shares. But right now, I don't have the money to do so. A lot of money is held up in different places. There's a lot of red going on in my portfolio. For the last couple of weeks, everything has been really down. I should have been stopped out of multiple positions. Haven't been too disciplined there, which does suck. Day trades, I'm usually a lot more disciplined than swing trades. I know my profit targets. I know that my profit targets for swing trading are a lot higher than what sorry, this baby's crying up there. I'm worried about what she's crying for. But I'm gonna go see her as soon as the stream is over. Go back to GOS. What is it doing? It's making a little bit of a move down. It's starting to come back to the 50 moving average, which is understandable. I always gauge that 50 moving average as the norm, really. AMC's current value, which is so yeah, let's see. GME is actually making a little bit of a move here, so it's not too bad. It's not anything that's decreasing like all of the other positions. You are seeing a little bit of a jump here. So yeah, it's showing its strength. It's not showing any type of huge push or huge pull. It's doing some good moves. We are seeing Fubo TV. It's still up 7%, basically. Hopefully we could see some good movement there, pass by that 50 moving average, pass by the 200 EMA. That would be amazing, but I'm not 100% sure that will happen. My cost basis of Fubo TV is $22.41. I do see that as a positive to be able to gain a good couple $100 from it. The problem is we haven't really seen a lot of the movement that we should be seeing here. I'll make sure to keep an eye on everything while I'm working, just to make sure that things go through and I can actually take a profit on some areas. But I'm not so sure that we will see the best day today for certain areas. Let's look at what the top movers are. So let's go to some of the top movers. This position, which did grow in the after hours market and pre-market, so that's a large movement, 31% on AFMD. I'm seeing a lot of that movement in the pre-market and the after hours market. The pre-market really just leveled off. Obviously, GLSI is a big mover. You set up a stop loss at the same price as price. Yes. So when you buy into it, you can actually set up a stop loss there and do your stop price and basically say, whatever my price is, I want to set a stop loss where my price is. And if it stays there or fluctuates behind it, I'll get stopped out. The problem is that when you buy, it's gonna buy it, and then if it does come right back after your order gets filled, it's gonna get stopped out right away, which will suck because it's gonna be the quickest move in. What? Oh, you got paused. Stream was a couple minutes behind. Oh, that sucks. We started cat, then 2 dogs, now 2 boys, under 2. My house is a zoo. Yeah, my house is no different. Yeah, so that's the way that you do that. If you wanted to set up I like seeing all this green. Seeing all the green makes me feel good, right? But you go back to the popular list where that's where you invested most of your money at, right? Yes, I see rocket up. That's good. Love to see that. and actually see that making a move back up, but I need that to go to $25.99, which I don't know if that will get to $25.99. It's making a move back to the 50 moving average. Let's hopefully we could see that continue to skyrocket. SOS is making a little bit of a move up. Like I said, it passed by the 50 moving average. It's getting up to the 200 EMA. Let's see if it either bounces off the 200 EMA or actually increases past it. Ride is down 5% today. This might be a buying opportunity if you're looking to get in and gain like an easy dollar out of it. You can definitely gain that from $11 to $12 or so. RMO is going even lower. That's not looking good for a situation. I should have been probably stopped out at $100 and still stop myself out now if I wanted to. That's about a $124 loss. With the potential to gain. Technically, the gain would be $2,000, so a $200 loss would be 20%. So that's fine. You set up a somebody already asked that. Weird, the chat keeps pausing for me, but the video is fine. Well, the chat's not moving fast. I mean, there's 400 people here, but the chat's not moving fast. It seems like you have to be able to an uptick to buy the price. True. I'm watching RMO. I'm watching it as well. Price alert. Did I get a price alert for something? Please tell me that's it's crypto. Oh, I was gonna say if Ethereum was down to 1,500, I'm in there, but it wasn't. What did I get a price alert for? Oh, it's down. Ride. Okay. Understood. I know where Ride is. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, Rocket's back to basically normal, coming back to that 15 moving average. SOS still at 1%. Actually passed by the 200 EMA. That's a good move, a really good move. Hopefully we see that continue throughout the day. Don't want to see this down. Fubo TV is making a move down now. It's not pushing up. Could be that time to actually make a decent move in there. I was waiting for that to get to break even. I did see the low at $21. I would like to be able to get back in there at a really low because right now I'm at $22.41. I want to see that low really low, at $20. That would be amazing because it was at $20 yesterday. I could definitely see it get to that point again, but I want to see it get up to about my break-even point just before that happens. That's where it's hard to predict where the low is. So I'm close to the low. I can technically average down, but like I said, I don't have the capital to put that there. I'm glad I took my profits from GME the other day. It was going down. Yeah, it's not making the best move. It looked like it was starting to make a really decent move, but decreased right away, dropped down significantly. So yeah, we're looking for some good movement here. Yeah, we have about 15 minutes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys want to join the Discord group, please do so. The link is pinned to the chat. Also, if you want to follow my MP Shorts channel, which I am doing a lot of videos over there, definitely check that out. No, I don't want to switch accounts. Why did I switch accounts? Yeah, we also have my Perry Experience channel where I will do a lot of reaction videos as well. So yeah, you can subscribe to all of those if you want to. Those are always good. So yeah. I just downloaded YouTube Premium. I feel really good about that, but we need to keep this hype alive. All right, how's everybody doing? Zombies. I would love to play zombies. I haven't played any games in a while. And the funny thing is, I got the PS5. I have not done anything with the PS5 yet, and I'm so upset that I haven't. I just haven't had the time to do it. It seems like everything's, especially with, the kids not being able to go to daycare now, well, right now because of, their classroom had like a COVID. Well, actually, the daycare had a COVID scare, so it's like, all right, well, they have to shut things down for like 10 days and they're home. So today I'm going to be with them from 2 until, late in the night, whenever I put them to bed while Eric is at work. Market opens, red candlesticks, Matt's body temperature drops. No, it's cold in here. It's very cold. So yeah, we're not seeing a lot of green today. It's not really the best day to get excited about positions, but especially with the fact that I can't do any day trade. When you actually have like, to tell you the truth, what JB was saying about a bear market, it's very tough to actually get some positive trades or some good trades out of a bear market. As long as you're disciplined and you lose less than you gain, or even if you lose more than you gain, but you just lose a limited amount, you're limiting your losses, you're fine. Yeah, it's rough right now with schools and daycares closing. Yeah, 100%. The thing is that they close for 10 days, but I don't get my $2,000 back. That's not a thing. I mean, technically, like they're still there half the month, right? But still, it's expensive. It's a mortgage payment, for 2 kids to go to daycare. Luckily, one kid is going to go to school, but how much money I make, I'm going to have to pay for, school lunch, pack her lunch, whatever she wants to do. So that shouldn't be that bad, as long as she wants to pack her lunch. If she wants to buy lunch, then she can go ahead and do that. But that's a whole nother story. SOS is looking good. Is it? SOS is making a pretty good move. Yeah, they continue to push. You're not seeing them make their move down. They're making a pretty good move. Like I said, I'm in at 550, so right now it's getting close to my cost basis. Is it something that's unsustainable? I don't know. Is it something that I want to take whatever I can gain and watch that probably decrease, because it is going to come back to the 15 moving average? That would probably be wise. So yeah, SOS somewhere around that I'm at 550. If I could find a way to see that 550 and then buy back in at 518, I'll be fine. But or I can hold it and hold more positions, because that's about $1,600. That's where you start seeing that push. You start seeing that jump. It gets back to break even, but then what's going to happen after that? It's pulling very far away from that 15 moving average. Will it consolidate up there? It doesn't look like it will consolidate up there. It looks like you have a lot of strength in that position. We're seeing it make a pretty decent move here. That's a large move. When is it going to actually make that move back to the 15 moving average? So looking for that to make that move back to the 15 moving average. If it continues up, but I'm looking for that to make that move back to the 15 moving average. seeing where the bottom is. The bottom of today is pretty low. I don't know exactly how low that's going to get, but if I can get it in lower, that's always a great option. That 15 moving average is very far away. So at a cost basis of 537, that would be good. But I'm going to continue to watch this to see what it actually does there, and then maybe we can make that move back in there. So even if it's looking like it's making a move back up, that's good. That's good. And it looks like it might end up finding a way to consolidate, which will be higher than what the 15 moving average is. Just watch for that dive. You might see it continue to increase, which would be good, but COVID vaccine kids would be a good buy right now. Yeah, I would agree. OCGN is actually green this morning. Pretty good. Let's check it out. Where's OCGN? I think I still have it on my list. Yeah, OCGN. It was green the other day. It was making a pretty good move, and now you're seeing it making a pretty good move here. So yeah, so it looks like SOS is continuously, rising. That's really good. Carl. It's really good to be able to see that. All right, let's see. GLSI is not really making the best move. It was making a great move over the pre-market and after-hours market. You did see that. You make a Weeble guides to options trading on calls and puts. I'm not an options trading person. I would like to get a full understanding of options before I really dive into that. Yeah, it looks like SOS making a really good move here. That's really good. Rocket did have a jump and decided to decrease like it always does. ZOM is not really making the best move, kind of fluctuating, staying a little bit flat. Opened up at $1.29, and now it's starting to, it's basically staying flat at $1.28. 5. It was finally green again today and yesterday. That's really good. And we're seeing that large jump here for SOS. We're seeing good volume, 9 million shares worth of volume. We're seeing that really push up. Continues to not only stair step, but actually make its really good move up. You're from Louisiana? I was in Mardi Gras last year. No, I'm not from Louisiana. I just really like the Saints, but I live in PA. Fubo TV. Fubo TV is making a little bit of a move right now. Did decrease quite a bit, but it's making a little bit of a move right now. Come on, keep going. Made a lot of money on that stock. On SOS, or I'm not chasing SOS. Yeah, I'm ride for a swing. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they do have that swing. You can see that easy swing from $11.50, up to where it is now. You could add a decent amount of money from that. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to push up to $18. No, I'm not a Steelers fan at all. Saints fan all day. That's AFC. I don't deal with that. SOS running up. Yep, SOS is making a move. It's starting to come back a little bit. And I actually quickly sold my SOS position. If you didn't just see that, I did it so fast that you didn't know. But I'm waiting for that to pull all the way back so that I can buy back in at the lower lows, because I don't believe it's going to be sustainable at this point. It might pull back to the 15 moving average and then bounce back off of it again, which is what I'm hoping for. But it could still continue to push up. You could see these large green, red candlesticks and then push a lot of volume green. We'll see. It doesn't look like we're having a lot of sell walls that are pushing past here. It is a lot of sell volume at the moment, but we're also seeing a good amount of buy volume that's pushing that up. So Matt, I used the same strategy with AMC and made some money swing trading it. I have a family and I can't afford to be a dreamer /8. There we go. I agree with you. If you physically want to be involved but want to be able to make money out of it, then you do what best fits your strategy. I'm all for supporting the cause, but I'm also for people, making money. Because you can hold on for dear life, and then eventually those people that were telling you to hold on and that were leading the way are going to sell off first, and then it's going to start to be a straight domino effect to where the last people are going to be people that have the least amount of money and basically lose everything on the way down, which will suck. So you definitely take some profits as you can take profits, and I agree with you there. Do what you have to do in order to make some money out of the situation, not to game the situation. It's not like you're taking millions of shares and then selling off. You're taking probably like 100 shares or 200 shares to be able to do that. Why didn't you talk us through it? That's a good point. Why didn't I talk us through SOS? I did actually say that I was looking for it to get up to break even in order to pull back. And I believe that is going to make a pullback because it's not sustainable as it is getting up to the way past the 15 moving average, being well oversold at this point. I thought at this point it was being oversold, and that's why I ended up selling somewhere around a little bit over my cost basis so that I can bring it back down, have that decrease down to hopefully $5.18. We're seeing more of a down market, so we might see a complete reversal from what this is doing. So that's why I was seeing that. Same thing with probably ZOM. I'm probably going to do the same thing with ZOM. When you do see that hit up to the $1.50 mark, I'm going to try and gain the most out of it by seeing that come back down to $1.26 or $1.20, and then getting back into it. And I'll break that all down why I am doing it and what's going to be the move from there. But you could see this bounce off the 50 moving average. It has an uptrend. The indication is an uptrend, and I'm all for it. I don't see that large kick happening today, of all days. I don't see that happening today. It could possibly happen, and a lot of people that are in it, it's good to be able to see that. But yeah, AMC filed the SEC today. They could for Class B to Class A. It looks like they will. They'll get the vote they want. Yeah, I know that if AMC wants to end up offering more shares, they'll offer more shares. And we just need to be prepared for it if it is going to happen. We can vote no all we want, but if they want to offer more shares, then they're going to do so. We are seeing a really good move of Fubo TV. I think Fubo, I'm low enough in order to create that buzz on the way up, so I'm okay with Fubo TV right now. Even though it is getting close to where my break-even point is, it's great to be able to see that. So yeah, still waiting on SOS to make its move down. It still might end up stair-stepping on the way down, but it looks like it has a lot of buying strength. So for people that are in it, it's looking like it has a lot of buying strength. So it's about to touch that 15 moving average there. Poor Carl needs some loving. Yeah, usually when the stream is over, he sits up on my desk. But while the stream is here, he presses too many things on the keys. Like he'll literally step on the whole entire thing. What is Naked Brand doing? So now it just passed by my original cost basis. I gained probably $4 off of the deal. I'm gonna wait for that to pull down. Let's look at recently viewed. CTRM's making a move. What's Naked doing? It's up 18%. That's pretty good. Making that move from the point or 68-cent mark up to 77 cents. That's a pretty big move. If you actually got something there, that's good to be able to get something out of it. I'm all for it. And now Naked Brand's starting to bounce. All right. So I think that's it. I'll keep watching what everything is doing. Obviously looking at SOS, want that to make a move down so I can buy in lower. That's the idea. Azam, I want that to go up to a 150 so I can buy in lower there as well. Because seeing the floor, seeing where the actual floor is, you understand where it can get to. And yes, I understand that it is going to push up to $2 or $2.50 or even $3 at times. I just want to be able to gain the most money out of this position as I possibly can, buy in at a number of shares. So if it does get up to 150, if it pushes up and it's looking like it's really pushing too high, then I will end up keeping it, selling at a certain point just to make a little bit of money, and then seeing it come back down if it's looking like it's oversold. So anyways, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We have 281 people in here. Thank you everybody that stuck around. Anybody that became a member. We got 2 members today. All the super chats, I appreciate that as well. If you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the chat. It's also in the description. And I'll be talking to people over there sporadically throughout the day to see what the moves are and any moves that I did end up making. So let me know your opinion on this video and all the videos that I create. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys